Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Fault Milestone 1. So, what happened was Princess Selphine and Ritona escaped out of the peaceful destroyed kingdom, I think. So, let's see how it happens. Alright, let's continue reading. And I don't know why. I'm not sure if I got that right. Yeah. Let's continue. Alright, starting off. Eek! Where the heck are we? Ugh. Ritona, where are we? We're in the middle of a forest. This isn't the rendezvous point. Rendezvous. You did it, Ritona. Your Manacraft, it really worked. Where are we? Hey, Ritona, where are we? I don't see the castle anywhere. I don't see anyone else either. Where are the townspeople? I don't know, milady. I haven't been able to call anyone through Comcraft since the start of the attack. Somehow, the enemy must have disrupted our link to the Quinn Order. Since they infiltrated the keep, wouldn't that mean the warriors guarding the gates were all... By extension, that would make this the worst possible outcome. Not only have our warriors fallen in battle, our people may have also shared their fate. Don't say that. They weren't seeking the death of the current king, but his daughters. And they even knew where to find her. Those people attacked our kingdom during father's absence. How could I have let this happen? Huh? They attacked the kingdom of Ruxenhide in the absence of King Valhar, with the intention of assassinating Selphine. How could they have known about his absence? Only a select few, myself included, were made aware. How did they know to search for Selphine within the vicinity of the Sky Terrace? If they already knew so much then, they may very well have assassinated King Valhar. What should we do, Ritona? If they've disrupted our Comcraft links, then how will we warn my father? How dare I poison my mind with these baseless thoughts? But how? How could these children coordinate so effective an assault against the Quinn Order within such a short span of time? The only confirmation I have regarding the events of this evening was the enemy's intention to assassinate Selphine. It is so wrong to take a life Is it so wrong to take a life if it means protecting someone you can't live without? What could that child have meant? Did she say that in order to make me feel hesitant? Or was she speaking from experience? Coco and Mahari. Together, they're a force to be reckoned with. If I had dealt with Coco from the start, I could have at least disabled her when she was alone. But I couldn't do it with Mahari around. I couldn't defeat them alone. Gah, it's all in the past now. We have more pressing matters to attend to. Hey, are you listening? What should we do? Fret not, milady. Our first priority is to determine exactly where we are right now. What do you mean, Ritona? Ritona, you brought us here intentionally, didn't you? How can you not know where we are? Please, Ritona, talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Where are we? Forgive... Ritona? Forgive me. Why are you apologizing? There's nothing to... Forgive me, my lady. I have no satisfactory excuse. I had only your safety in mind. I feared that I could not protect you, but moreover... I don't know why we've not reached our intended destination. What? Selphine's mind went blank from the shock of those unexpected words. Ritona was one of the most skilled mana crafters in the kingdom, as well as a role model to the young Selphine. She could only register disbelief at seeing this cool, collected person she'd always admired appearing so helpless. Ritona. Ugh. Ritona knew her self-abasement would make Selphine anxious, but she was too ashamed to arise. Selphine was stunned, speechless. Neither spoke, but they had reached a similar, unspoken consensus. They were far from the kingdom of Ruxenhide, and thus the peaceful lives they once led were no more. Henceforth, they would embark on a perilous journey through this new world. What happens next? Huh. I guess that was the beginning. Interesting. They escaped? How? It's called the Riptide Effect. It's a random natural phenomenon we don't really understand. All we know is it teleports any organic matter caught in it over a great distance. You've never heard of it, huh? There are plenty of stories about people who have been caught up in the vortices. People were sent days away from their starting point. And when they were found, they were in places that took days or weeks to reach on carriage. Interesting. On carriage. I can't believe this game doesn't have voice acting. Reach on carriage, and even longer on foot. But that doesn't mean But that doesn't seem possible. Suddenly finding yourself in another place in the blink of an eye. It sounds like a myth. Besides, the vortex that took him away looked more like a cast mana crafted than a random act of nature. I did mention that it's not well understood how it occurs, didn't I? I remember hearing about some academics studying the effect. All they had was hearsay, so the best they could manage was a theory. Which was? Apparently the Riptide Effect is deeply rooted in Comcrafted and Madaline immersion. Normally this requires a link to the intended recipient, which acts as the bridge for communication. Excuse me. Over time, this can extend across a decent distance. Once the link is established, the purified mana circulates constantly, allowing both parties to communicate thoughts and emotions. The theory allows that the Riptide effect can happen as long as that circulation of mana is dedicated to Kamakrafte, or even Araratum. How does Araratum figure in? Great, she missed the point entirely. If you can talk to someone you're linked to by exchanging purified mana, then shouldn't you also be able to be immersed in a manolin and swept away physically by the mainstream, by the mana stream's current? Hmm. Are you still with me, Coco? That's the best idea those academics came up with. Absolutely absurd. So, you deny the theory, even though you witnessed it in action? Why? Because it's impossible. Manipulating mana into mana crafter is miraculous in itself, but this is just unnatural. Impossible and unnatural don't mean untrue. I went through the theory with you twice with an example. You owe me at least half of that. It's just not possible for a glass crafter like her to just up and disappear with our target in tow. Does it make sense to you, Xian, for a mana crafter to have the power to break them both down to a molecular level? Send themselves through a manolin to another location, wherein said mana crafter reconstructs both bodies without any ramifications? Well, when you put it that way, it does make sense, so you get it. You're out of your mana-loving mind! You're out of your goddamn mind. Huh? Gasp. Do you think I'm a child? How deluded do you have to be to buy into that fantasy fluff? Give me a break, Xian. Seriously, Coco, you can't dismiss it as just a plausible phenomenon. Plausible my ass. Do you really think a single Manacrafta can deconstruct and reconstruct two humans without leaving out a crucial component or two? The amount of purified mana required would be immeasurable. Could be. Could be. It's impossible for a human to have a limitless reserve of purified mana. Shh. Quit being so narrow-minded and just think about it for a second. You think about it for a second. You can't send limitless mana through just any mana line, whatever. There are equally limitless mana lines out there, but you'd never find one that could handle that amount. Oh, come on, you do make a valid point though. Finding a mana line that could actually withstand that is a 1,000,000 to 1 shot. Well, congratulations, Coco. You debunked the theory for now. Now go take some time to unwind. You look stressed out. And whose fault is that, Xian? If you spoke more clearly to begin with... Coco. Yes? Wait, what? Wow, that made me laugh my ass off. And whose fault is that, Xian? You spoke more clearly to begin with. Coco. Yes? Calm down, okay? Keep calm. Just move on. Carry on. Mahari's got the right idea. Carry on. Carry on. Uh, understood, mistress. It's just weird that you reject the theory entirely, even though you witnessed it in action. You're in denial, plain and simple. Why don't you let go of your facts and tell us why you think they got away? Xian. Yes? Enemy, dual crafter, bending light. The dual crafter who blinded you can bend light? Yeah, and guess what? She was hiding the princess behind a glass wall in the East Wing. I can't help but feel like I've been duped. I was so close to killing her. Princess Selphine concealed herself whole time? A dual crafter that can refract varying intensifiers of light off of glass. New one on me. I'm not terribly familiar with this particular skill set, but it could be an exclusive trait to the people of Ruxenhide. Ever since Coco reported the target's disappearance, I've been trying to figure out how they could have escaped, but there's no evidence of them leaving that spot. For all we know, they could have escaped by using a form of monocrafted that we're just unfamiliar with. Okay. Ironic, really. We sealed them all in, smoked them out, slaughtered every last one, and yet our target still managed a miraculous escape. Okay, but Mistress, can we change the topic yet? You're putting me to sleep here, people. Huh? Mistress Milano. Whoa! Oh, great. Got another mistress. From the sound of this comatose-inducing conversation, I'd say our work here is done, yes? Not nice, eavesdrop sister. You know what's not nice, Mahari? I've been up here the whole time and not one of you even noticed me. Please forgive us, mistress. I didn't sense your presence. Neither did I, but Mahari has a point. Personally, I thought you would have alerted us to your arrival. Now, why would I be that obvious? I was wondering if any of you had anything colorful to say about me behind my back. After all, ain't chit-chat a little more exciting when you don't know you're being listened in on? So she admits to eavesdropping? But no, you girls gave me nothing but monotony and mumble jumbo. I was so disappointed that I just had to put a cap on the conversation. Cap conversation. We would never ever say anything negative about you, Mistress Melano. Anyways, what's the bottom line? You all failed to stop the target and her servant from escaping our little slaughter? Does that sum it up pretty good? What's wrong, Coco? Why are you trembling? I have no excuse for failing you, Mistress Milano. I had them trapped, but that glass crafter escape shouldn't have been possible. Ah, you're so precious, Coco. Why, you almost remind me of a furry animal. I've got it now. You look like a defenseless little hamster with the way you're apologizing. Yes, as Coco mentioned, a glass crafter's method of escape wasn't taken into consideration, much less anticipated. Which is why you're still here prattling about how one teensy-weensy servant foiled your perfect plan. Isn't that right, Coco? It is, mistress. Aw, what's the matter, Coco? You look so pale. Do you want a hug? That's enough, Sister Milano. Poof. I guess I went a little too far, huh? I'm sorry, Coco. Look at me, Coco. Yes, mistress. You're a strong girl, and I wouldn't have it any other way, but you're only human, Coco. Humans will always make mistakes. It's just a fact of life. Am I wrong? No, mistress, but don't be afraid, Coco. Use your words. But please, forgive me, Mistress Milano. But who would have thought that the Riptide effect could materialize through monocrafted? Why, I'd find this all too much to swallow without Xian's detailed explanation. I can believe it coming from Xian, after all. She's almost never wrong. Words cannot express my gratitude. Do me a favor. Wait. Words cannot express my gratitude. Wow. Do me a favor, Coco. I want you to look me right in the eye and answer a question for me. Yes, mistress. Coco, did you learn from your mistake? Mistress? Oh, humans are quite fallible, so much so that it's practically a way of life for them. I, I, I... I'm glad you're trying to learn from your mistakes, Coco. If you weren't, why, I think no better of you than those vermin. Ugh, you're learning from your mistake, aren't you? You're not you're not unrepentant like the rest of humankind, right? You're not a rat, right, Coco? Of course not. I swear. I swear I will get them. You're not just saying that, are you, Coco? You'll really get them next time? I won't fail you, Mistress Milano, I swear. Actions speak louder than words. Understand? Because I have little tolerance for unrepentant rats, Coco. Alright. I will... Hold on. I will end it here shortly. So, hope you guys enjoy this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. And next part we'll do some more. So have a good one.